quick because I just woke up from a power nap, y'all. I was jolted out that mud. I heard something that just woke me up like. So excuse me if I'm looking like I just woke out of a power nap. But let me tell you, I just came out. I had a crazy dream. I had a crazy dream. The dream was pretty specific. I didn't write it down. I could remember pretty much parts of the dream and who was in the dream specifically. But I thought, zoomed up on it, it seemed like it was specifically about who the faces that popped up in the dream. But I said, no, when I zoomed out, I said, this might be something for the collective here. So let me share it with y'all. Y'all ready? Here's the dream. It was 3 parts of the dream. The first part of the dream, I'm not going to tell you specifically what it was, but the gist of it was this. Look, if you somebody who you think you beyond childbearing age for one reason or another, but you around here smashing and raw dogging, I'm hearing be careful because you're gonna get a rude awakening. You're gonna get a little surprise. That was one piece of the dream, that at least how I interpreted it. Be mindful. I don't care if you 45, 48 years old. The way that dream came through, if you you might look around and find out something that you didn't think was possible. Because it was one piece of the dream. It was this middle-aged person, and she was walking around with this little bitty baby that was her baby. And the person wasn't old, but it was probably somebody who, I think, at least from my perspective in the dream, is somebody who wouldn't have necessarily been trying to maybe have a baby at this age. But so yeah, if that's how you be, if you be doing all that, then just be mindful now, because you're gonna get a little Christmas gift, a little New Year's gift. The second part of the dream was this. I don't know who you are. Somebody need to take $20 and go to somebody's casino. I ain't playing. Take you a $20 bill and go and play and have a little fun. Release your attachment to any expectations, any grip on hoping that you win and it change your life. It ain't about that. Just go have some fun. Because that was one little funny piece of the dream. You might get lucky. Lucky. But don't make the move. Don't even attempt to go in nobody's casino and do nothing like that until you high vibing and you feeling good. You at peace, mind, body, spirit. You feeling good where you just want to go and do something random fun. Don't go in there unless you're vibing high. Otherwise, I guarantee you're going to lose that 20. B. That was the second part of the dream. Third part of the dream was this. Watch your kids, okay? Watch your kids. If you got kids who be dating and you feel like, I can trust them and everything and woo. And so for that reason, you might be someone who might be a little, maybe, I don't know, potentially a little loosey-goosey because they seem to be like, no, they know better. I'm just hearing be mindful, okay? Because the carnal nature, it's real and it's hard. And you don't want to wind up being no young granny, okay? That was the other part of the dream. Because I was like, what is this piece trying to tell me? Just be mindful, check up on your kids and everything. And don't let them out of sight too long. Even if they're a good doobie type kid. Because the carnal nature is real. And you don't, and you don't want it like that to slip up and then be something that can't be taken back, which is a blessing in a way, but at the same time, you don't want to be no young granny if you ain't got to. If you ain't got to, ain't nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's a lesson and it's a blessing and all in one. But that was a dream. It was 3 pieces to it. So if you somebody who live near a casino and you feeling lucky, you on your own, you in good spirits, take you a dub and go and play. So I just want to share that with y'all. If you somebody who older, a little bit older, who you kind of believe like, no, I ain't gonna get pregnant, and you smashing around, hey, you gonna get a little gifty if you don't be careful. So that was the other piece of the dream. Just be mindful of that because it can happen. And men, y'all know that can happen for y'all. The age limit ain't there. But even women, they be saying 35 is a cutoff. But hey, as far as I'm concerned, God is who's in control of all that. So if you ain't planning on doing it like that and all your kids is grown, you need to be mindful. But you look up, you have like a 25-year age gap. Hey, because that's how me and my brothers was. Let me tell you. Because let me see. If I'm 40, I think my one brother, I haven't talked to him in a little while, but I think my one brother could be somewhere anywhere between 48 and 55, somewhere in there. And then my oldest brother was probably like about to be going on 60, somewhere in there. And here I am. I just hit 40. So that age group thing is real. My mama had me at like 41 years old. So watch yourself. It do be happening. But it could be a blessing because, hell, I ain't crazy. I wasn't born with no little head. So, I mean, age ain't nothing but a number at the end of the day. And if you're healthy, you're healthy. So if that's what you're doing, you know the consequences of it. Have fun. But I'm saying that somebody's gonna have a little bundle of joy. Then here's the other piece that came through, and I just want to share with y'all, and then I'm gonna run this baby boy out. What came to mind was this, y'all. Hold on. I'm trying to wake up. This coffee so good, but I'm also appreciating my sleepy fog, because that's typically when my ego ain't coming through trying to filter what the hell coming out my mouth. I just want to talk from the sleepy fog standpoint, because that's when I know it's the realest. What came to mind was this terminology about wifey, and this hubby, wifey, hubby. What came to my heart is that that's terminology that seems endearing, but that's a form of spiritual gaslighting. And so pay attention to that. I don't know if you somebody in the world and you got like you in some kind of casual dating situation, or it is on one person's end and it's not on the other. You oblivious on your end. That term, wifey, hubby, how he explained it to me, is a form of spiritual gaslighting, because essentially that means it's making it look like you regard it as something that's on a pedestal. But if the relationship is open on one party's end, and this is how they view you as wifey, that means ultimately you're not the only one. It's not exclusive. But out of all the others, you the one that's the main one, that's more than likely the one that he or she may want to take more risks with, like raw dogging type. But he said the reason he brought this term to me, like spiritually gaslighting, because it could be enticing and it could be flattering to somebody who's not self-aware, understand what's really going on. If somebody's calling you wifey or hubby, that means essentially you're the one that's at the most risk. They're putting your life at risk more than any of the other ones, because if you're the one that's wifey, or so-called the one that's more on a pedestal out of all the other ones, or the best option out of all the other ones, where maybe from time to time more risks are taken, not protected, that type of thing. But in all the other ones, the person is still smashing other people. That means you are at the most risk of something happening to you, whether he's calling you wifey or not, because he's using less, or she's using less precaution with you. So I guess in a nutshell, what came down for me to share, I don't know why that came to my mind, because I was not thinking about that. Don't let that term flatter you. That's a form of spiritual gaslighting and dark psychology, especially to somebody who might have mommy issues or daddy issues and think that sound real cutesy, very demure. No, that person's putting you at high risk. So don't let nobody fool you. Don't let nobody lie to you. Okay, that ain't doing nothing. If it ain't some sense of established exclusivity, monogamy in a relationship, you ain't got no business. You really don't even want to be smashing like that, really. Because I mean, as far as I'm concerned, at least as I'm learning and understanding what will be going on when you actually having sex, man, that's an energy exchange, and soul ties is real. Okay, but aside from that, if you ain't even on that type of time, look, if you're gonna be smashing, you definitely ain't got no business raw dogging somebody that's calling you wifey or hubby, which means you're not the only one in the picture. So it sounds good, but actually you are the one that's being put at the most risk. So be mindful of that. I don't know. He put it on my heart to share, so I just want to get that out. Other than that, hopefully y'all having a good Sunday. I was gonna make a quick short and whatever with my little theory. I said, let me just go live and tell you right now off the top of my head, because it's coming through. So, but other than that, if you feeling lucky, take you a dub and go and play. Go have some fun. Get your vibe high. Listen to some music. I'm hearing that song. Y'all better hype me up. Y'all better hype me. La, 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 la. I mean, listen to something. Feel good in the spirit, in your body, in your mind, emotionally. And go on and do that. You might get lucky today. And be mindful of your kids. Watch your little babies. That age, that teenage age, that preteen, mid-teen, or whatever. Because it ain't even about they know better. They wouldn't do that. Or this type of thing. It's about, you got to understand, it's a carnal nature going on. The fleshly vessel can do shit it don't mean to do. So don't be too loosey. That's what I'm hearing. Just don't be too loosey-goosey and oblivious and thinking like, no, so that should be happening. You're going to be a young granny. And if you don't want that, then be mindful of that. That's all. Just pay attention. And for you middle-aged ladies, for you aunties out there, y'all finna have a baby if you don't watch yourself. So anyway, I love y'all, and I'll come back later. Yeah, I'm gonna come back later and talk and do that little funny experiment. It's gonna crack y'all up, but I'm gonna come back and talk to y'all about that. Anyway, so I love y'all. Talk to y'all later. Bye. Oh, happy Sunday.